Welcome everyone to this live streaming. So today we are going to learn to clip mask or to use an image clip mask. So this is the effect of what we're doing right now. And so let's analyze this first. So we have an image, and then the image is power clipped. And then if you take a look at the polygons, it has some effect. Like for example, this one is grayscale, and then you get a reddish color here and blue. And yeah, so let's start recreating this. So the first thing we have to do is I'm gonna duplicate this so that I can extract the image. So plus sign your keyboard, and I'm gonna move it here. And then to extract the image, you just click on extract contents here, and then you will get the image. I'm just gonna move this image here, and I'm gonna delete. Actually, I'm just gonna delete all of this, and then I'm gonna copy. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. Okay, so now we have the image. So let's analyze this first. So in order to do this, the tool that I use here is the polygon tool. So you click on the polygon tool, and then we are going to create a polygon. Okay, so hold down Control to make it a perfect polygon like that, and I'm gonna release it. So I'm gonna count like how many, 1 2 3 4, right? So I'm gonna move this away first. So we have 4, so plus sign your keyboard to duplicate that, and then you move it towards the right side. But while you're moving it towards the right side, make sure to hold down Control to make it align to each other. And then just decide like what's the distance. Let's say that one's fine. And what I'm gonna do is do a shortcut Control D is to duplicate, but before that we go plus sign your keyboard first and then Control D. Oops, sorry, mistake here. So let's go plus sign your keyboard first. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this first. So plus sign your keyboard, and then move it over to the right while holding Control, and then we go Control D to duplicate. Okay, so now we already have 4, and what we're gonna do is we're going to plus sign the keyboard again to duplicate without offset, and I'm gonna bring this down, and I'm going to move it somewhere here. Just estimate the distance. Okay, so I'm good with that. And then so 1 2 3 4 5, right? So what I'm gonna do to make it faster, I'm just gonna duplicate this again, plus sign your keyboard, and then you go down by holding Control. Okay, so it's gonna be aligned, vertically aligned, and then I'm going to go like this. So we only need one more, so I'm just going to copy this, plus sign again, and then holding the Control key, and there you go. Okay, so that's all good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to combine this. Okay, so you go to combine here, or Control L, and then I'm going to fill it up with any color, say gray, and I'm going to remove the outline by right mouse click on this, and I'm going to move it over here. Okay, but I'll make sure that it's to the front, right? And then in order to see the image, I'm just gonna put transparency on the on my objects. I'm gonna click on transparency, so that's good. Okay, so now the purpose of this one, so that you can move it where, where you want the polygon, or you can also enlarge if you want. Say for example, because you don't want to, you don't want to, you don't want to hide the eyes or the mouth. So let's just say, I can also make that bigger. Let's say like this. I'm happy with this. Or say like that. Okay, so now I'm ready to go to make it a power clip, right? So first you click on the image. Okay, this is the image, and you go objects and then power clip inside the frame. So the frame is this one, right? Since it's combined, it would go into all of these shapes. Click on that and it goes in, right? Okay, so it's already power clip, but in my original, I had some effects, right? So what we're gonna do is we are going into the power clip, right? So you click on the shapes and then click on edit, and now you can still see the shapes here. Well, let's say here, let's put gray, right? So how do you make it a gray scale? Just this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another polygon, which is the same as that. I'm just make it a bit larger. Okay. Say, so bigger than the original one. Okay, say that's fine, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my effects. Okay, I'm just going to move this here. Going to the effects, and I'm going to choose lens. Okay, and then the lens dialog box will be on the right side here. So I click on the polygon. Okay, and there's no lens, so there's no effect, right? So I want you to go to, say if you want to grayscale, you just click on tinted grayscale, right? So that's the tinted grayscale. And then let's see. Okay, I'm gonna move this. So plus sign your keyboard, and I'm gonna move it, say here. So this one's going to be grayscale. And then what else? And I'm gonna go plus sign again. Okay, so probably these two here, and then plus sign again, and then this one here. Okay, so we got all the grayscale. Now let's go for the blue one. So how do we make this blue, right? So you click on, I'm gonna go plus sign my keyboard, and I'm going to move it. Say let's start with the red. Let's just say this one's gonna be red, right? Okay, so you're just going to click on this. Okay, and then you just choose the color you want. So for example, red. Go like this. That's too bright. Just say like this. Okay, and then what else? So you can also, I'm gonna plus sign my keyboard again, and then I'm going to, oops, Control Z. So plus sign again. Okay, and then say this one will be blue. Okay, so yeah, so you can do whatever color you want. I'm just gonna stick with that color, and then we're going to do a green. So plus sign again your keyboard. Oops. And then say this one will be and just make this green here, and then we'll take a look. All right, so now let us click on finish, and then we'll just take a look on what we have. There you go. Okay, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but you get the point, right? So now I'm going to move it to my original one. Move that here. So this is my original, and then let's compare. So F4 to zoom to fit. Okay, so now we're just gonna borrow this one. So plus on your keyboard, and I'm going to move it to the right. Okay, and then let's check this one. So there is like a drop shadow, but the drop shadow is going inside, right? So that's in the CorelDraw 2020, you have that. But if you don't have that, you can use the normal drop shadow. So anyway, so since this is still combined, right, I can go to my drop shadow, but instead of the normal drop shadow, which is this one, right, going out, you can go inside. So I click on that, and then there's a presets here, which is nice, so that you don't need to, you know, to visualize what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna click on inner edge, and there you go. So you can see there's an inner shadow, and then you can adjust this if you want. That's too much. I think I'm gonna go back to my preset inner edge there, and then I'm just gonna copy this one and move it here. Okay, so that's all for today. So that's it's a really nice effect. I like it because it you know, it gives depth to an image, and then it also, like, you know, um, it's nice to look at. So I hope you like my tutorials. So if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, and give me a like if you want, and you're welcome to comment. And that's all for now. Thanks. Bye for now.